So, good afternoon guys, welcome to 12 Apostles Helicopters. My name's James. You can see yourselves on the screen there, give yourselves a bit of a wave, that's the one, excellent. So this is the Bay of Islands flight, beautiful afternoon for it, we'll get going in a minute, couple of safety things. In the back here guys, if you need to hold on to something, you can hold on to this here. And there are handles for everyone just above your head there as well. In the front here madam, you can stretch your legs out there, that's fine, but please just be careful of the controls, okay? As for the doors, please don't touch the doors unless I ask you to do so. If I wanted you to open the door, you'd simply just lift the silver latch up and push it forward. I'm just going to lock this one, sir, just because the baby might grab it. Yep. Just be aware that it's locked, but madam, please just leave yours. All right? Cool. So we'll get going, guys. Everyone got their seatbelts and life jackets on? Fantastic. If you've got any questions, guys, please ask them. We'll get going. It's a beautiful, beautiful afternoon for it.
Cool. Can you...
Oh!
The baby hear me? If I speak, does the baby hear me?
No, because they're not connected to the aircraft, unfortunately, no.
Okay. So she's not able to hear anything what you say?
No.
Alright. Flying, see?
There you go, guys. The sun has come out for you. That's beautiful. Beautiful. So here we go, guys. We're going to climb up to 500 feet. Actually going to split the apostles in half. We'll actually count them in on the way back, okay?
Wow.
But never actually 12 apostles, guys. Only 9 to begin with. And then one of those actually collapsed in 2005. So we've actually only got 8 official apostles remaining. Oh, look how clean that water is there, eh? Now, they used to be called the sow... They used to be called the sow and the piglets. And then in the 1950s, actually changed the name to the apostles. And then somebody just simply... stuck a 12 on the top. Why they didn't choose 12 rocks, I don't know. This is actually the first apostle here, guys, on the grass, and they go back behind us. So everything after this actually has its own unique name. These are the twin sisters in the Salt and Pepper Shakers. This is the Lockhart Gorge here. Well worth having a look at Lockhart Gorge if you get the chance. And this is Mutton Bird Island here. Looks like a giant question mark. Home to anywhere between 30 to 50,000 mutton birds that migrate every year from Alaska. All these tracks you see here, guys, you can walk up and down. A lot of them you can actually drive further up. You can drive up and down, which is pretty cool. So you guys all on holiday at the moment?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, you're having a good time. Where have you travelled from?
We're coming from Singapore this time.
Fantastic. What about yourself? Are you on holiday? On holiday? Holiday?
Yeah.
You having a good time?
Yeah.
Fantastic. We've got the weather with you. Beautiful. Where have you travelled from? Fantastic. Now, it is whale season at the moment, guys. Between sort of June and mid-October, you never know, you might be lucky enough to see some whales, so keep an eye out.
Yeah, I heard about it.
There haven't been any over the last couple of days, which is strange, because there's very, very smooth water out there at the moment, but it is their migratory period, so keep an eye out.
Do we fly down to the Port Capel as well? Or?
Yeah, we go past Port Campbell, all the way up to past Peterborough, yep. This is actually the little town of Port Campbell coming up here shortly, yeah.
Okay.
So this is Sentinel Rock. This is the largest rock in the Port Campbell National Marine Park. Stands at about 75 metres tall. And you can see how big it is. If you compare it to the size of the cars that drive past, it's pretty impressive. You don't really get a sense of scale up here. Now this is the little town of Port Campbell here again, guys.
Oh, on the right side.
Yeah, only a small little town, population of maybe 250, 300 people. But in the summertime, get over 3,000 visitors a day. It gets very, very busy. Got some nice pubs and restaurants in there, nice little beach. How flat that water is, beautiful, isn't it, mate?
Yeah. So we are flying at what height?
We're at 500 feet at the moment.
500.
500 feet, yeah, above the water, yeah. Now this
if I got to jump down from the skydiving from 10,000 feet, it's going to be crazy.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to sky from this height. It wouldn't open its on. This is 2 Mile Bay. This is where the guys usually come and do their sort of big wave surfing. They get taken out on jet skis and they surf back in. There's nobody surfing out here today.
Yeah.
But there is further up at Peterborough and back at Gibson Steps, what we'll show you in a minute. Now this beautiful arch here is supposedly big enough to get this helicopter through it, but we won't be doing that today. A bit windy. You can see how clean that water is there, can't you? Beautiful turquoise colour. This is Point Hess, and if you look very carefully at Point Hess, you'll see a very unnatural straight edge. There's actually a set of stairs carved into the rock face there by fishermen back in the mid-1800s. Right on the corner there. And this is London Bridge, or London Arch is actually now known. One of the arches collapsed in 1990.
Which one's that? On the right side?
This is London Bridge, yeah.
Oh, okay.
There used to be 2 arches, and now it's only 1 arch, yeah. And just down here is the grotto. Collection of beautiful sort of rock pools that you can climb in and out of.
Okay. You okay?
Now this is a little town of Peterborough here with Curtis Estuary just to its north, and where these waves are breaking here, guys, this is called Schomburg Reef. You can just see the reef popping its head out of the water there. This is named after a ship called the USS Schomburg. Now she left Liverpool in England back in 1855 with the intention of dropping people off in Melbourne. She was the top-of-the-range ship at the time, the Titanic really, has made a voyage. And on the 26th of December 1855, while the captain was playing cards with some of the passengers, the ship actually ran aground here on this reef.
Oh.
Now, the captain actually was found not guilty of negligence on a technicality that at the time this reef wasn't on the map. Yeah, he never set sail again, no one had given him a ship. Yet he was one of the most experienced captains of the time. It was actually meant to have been 10 more miles out to sea, and it was a very calm, flat day like today. So supposedly there's no reason for him to actually hit the reef. Little town of Peterborough here. Beautiful little nooks and crannies, caves and coves here. Beautiful Wild Dog Cove here. All these little beaches you can climb in and out of. Now this is Hallidale Point. If you look very carefully at Hallidale Point, you see it's actually very, very shallow there. Actually 2 hidden reefs. And named after a ship called the Falls of Hallidale that ran aground here due to bad weather back in 1908 after leaving New York. Some of the cargo is actually on display in the Warrnambool Museum, and one of the anchors is on display in Peterborough down there. All these beaches here, guys, are all accessible. Coming up into view here is the beautiful Bay of Martyrs, and then just ahead of us, in the distance there, is the beautiful Bay of Islands. Now, from where you parked your car, guys, at the Apostles to here, it's only like a 20-minute drive, 25-minute drive. But it's well worth seeing it from the ground if you get the chance. It's very, very beautiful.
Yeah. What is it called?
This is the Bay of Islands.
Bay of Islands. And you can go down to the beach as well there?
Not here you can't. There isn't actually a physical beach here. You can get down to these beaches here though.
Yep.
Which is only like, just stop just before the Bay of Islands. Look how clean that water is.
Yeah.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Really. Why this spot is not that famous as compared to the other one?
I couldn't tell you. I think this is actually prettier.
Yeah.
I think it's better than the Apostles, but I don't know why it's not as famous. And all the way in the distance there is the little town of Warrnambool there. Yeah, guys, you can see yourselves on the camera. You can give yourselves a bit of a wave if you like. That's that one. Yeah. And then as we make a left-hand turn here, you'll see all the Apostles lined up.
Wow.
Beautiful, eh? In fact, it's a really beautiful day to go flying. It's really, really nice.
I think we're lucky today.
You are lucky
nice
today, yeah.
weather.
It is beautiful.
This cold weather, I wasn't expecting this kind of a sunlight. So in a video recording, what do we get? We get this...
It's your flight. So everything we're doing now is being
flight.
recorded. Everything we talk about is being recorded, yep.
All right.
It's actually of your flight, yep. Colourless water's beautiful, isn't it? Like I say, guys, all of these beaches are all accessible here. Some of them have little car parks and some of them don't. Now they had to dredge out this mouth here for the Curtis Estuary here that last week, because otherwise in the winter it rains a lot here, especially in August, and Peterborough would just be underwater. So they just do a little channel, and then that water just widens up. Now we're coming up to London Bridge here again, guys. So this island here, like I said, used to be twin arches, and now it's just one arch. And it collapsed in 1990. When it collapsed, it actually stranded 2 people. They were stuck on there for 4 hours before they were rescued by search and rescue helicopter. Now we actually also have penguins that live here. And you can see the penguins just after sunset. You can see them waddling in after a hard day's fishing. Only maybe 15 or 20 of the little guys. That was a little one, alright?
Okay, she's come down.
Sometimes most of the kids just fall asleep. Turns out to be a really expensive thing.
Yeah,
Just for them to fall asleep.
keep off it.
Beautiful afternoon. Are you guys going to Melbourne after this? Is that right? You're travelling to Melbourne, or?
Coming down from Melbourne, yeah, we'll
Okay.
go back, not today, but
Okay,
yeah.
fantastic. Are you going to Melbourne today? Going to Melbourne, yeah. Well, this is our little town of Port Campbell here, guys. Only a small little town, population of maybe 250, 300 people. But in the summertime, get over 3,000 visitors a day. It's very, very busy. Got some nice pubs and restaurants in there, a nice little beach. Still no whales at the moment.
Do we see them all the time or only at winters?
Not all the time. Their migratory period is June to October. That's when they come past with their calves. So, but dolphins are all year round. Another one of our helicopters flying past there. And this is London Bridge here. This is Muttonbird Island. Now, Muttonbird Island is the scene of the famous 1878 Lockhart shipping disaster. Now, the Lockhart was an English sailing ship that left Manchester one fateful night, and due to bad weather actually struck the southern tip of this island. Now, the captain at the time thought he was 50 more miles out to sea than actually what he was. 54 people on board, only 2 survived, a young lady called Eva Carmichael and a gentleman called Tom Pierce, and they washed up in Lockhart Gorge. You can see the people there on the beach. Tom actually then had to climb out of there and run several miles before finding help, so quite amazing, really. Got the Razorback, Twin Sisters and the Salt and Pepper Shakers. This is a fossil number 1, just here, so 1, and then 2's behind it, so 1 and 2. Then got 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. 8 fell over in 2005 at number 9, and that's it, 1 to 9 there, never 12. Number 8 collapsed in 2005, that was called the Needle. That stood about 65 metres tall. Then the other 2 at the end of there, they're called Gog and Magog. Now, they're also biblical references, but not actually a part of the apostles. And you can get down onto that beach there via what we call Gibson Steps.
We've got the steps to come down.
Yeah, you can onto that beach, yeah. They're pretty steep steps, but you can get down there, yeah. Now as we turn as we turn left here, guys, you'll actually see all the apostles lined up. Pretty spectacular.
Huh?
Once you're on the ground, guys, just stay inside the aircraft and chaps will come and get you out, okay?
All right, Captain. Amazing ride, amazing weather.
Yeah, I didn't have anything to do with the weather. I'd like to say that I did, but there you go, guys. Now you can see yourselves on the camera there. You can give yourselves a bit of a wave. Thank you very much, guys. Yeah, have a great holiday. All the best to you.
Oh, you.
He'll take a photo of it if you want. Thanks very much, guys.